Because a baby who's happy in his or her body will develop better. This is not a particular school of yoga, this is the idea of applying the principles of yoga, which have to do with the contrast between stretching and relaxing, the idea to allow the body to stretch with the breathing, which babies do very spontaneously, and never to force. We strap our babies in every possible contraption, from bucket seats to car seats to little chairs to carry carts, everything. It's really important to give them freedom and just allow them to stretch. Day by day, through the cycles of feeds and sleeps, you really learn your baby's body. And then you know when it's the right time to stretch, and you know when it's the right time to let go. And when they're getting into deep relaxation, you watch them and you feel them. I mean, he's incredibly heavy suddenly, but in a nice way, you know. You can see him. He's not asleep. He's kind of just relaxed.
He was a breech baby, so and as he was my first, I had him by cesarean, because he had some birth trauma appeal on his neck, which has meant that he's had some sort of stiffness in turning his neck this side and has preferred to be this side. So we've come along and to hope to limb him up and make sure that he develops correctly on both sides. He's having some physiotherapy as well, which I do at home, but we thought that the yoga would probably assist him in his development as well.
So you can see him really stretching his body. All I'm doing is giving him a bit of support under the sternum with a hand on the seat to back him up. And he's really doing his best to stretch his whole spine. And if you allow babies to do that, they just do.
Mainly it's just the confidence that I felt in playing with her more than anything else. She was my firstborn and I was absolutely terrified of babies. So it's really just the fact that I now hold her and I'm not too worried anymore.
She was just sort of wound up all the time, and that was leading to more crying, which I thought meant she needed feeding, and it just went on and on like that. But the fact that she's more relaxed, and also when she does start crying, the yoga is something else to occupy her mind, and she enjoys doing it.
Well, because I'd done the baby yoga with my older child, I had some idea of what to do, and we started from when he was days old. And I don't think you can be too young. He loved it from being very small, and now is very confident in his body. Again, is very relaxed, is not easily shocked. I think it can only be a good thing.
I like to do it on the floor because I like to be close, but some people are not comfortable sitting on the floor, so you can do it sitting on anything you like, or you can do it kneeling as well, which is quite nice. But the most important thing is to make good contact with your baby. And the first contact, as when they are quite young, is to actually hands-on the tummy. So you never start baby yoga when they are crying or when you're not in a good mood, because you pass your mood on to the baby. You can do each of the sequence separately whenever you feel like it. There's some of it you can do on a chair. You don't need to be on the floor. Or some of you said when you change nappies, or integrate it in your daily routine. You don't need to do all of it at once. Even with newborns, you can do that, and you may have noticed that it's part of your baby's testing after birth. And what you do is you press the knees against the ribs, and you will see the babies doing some responding with noise. I mean, they really feel it. Oh, yes. Very often it brings wind down. It helps babies develop a really good digestion. It stretches the base of their spine as well at the same time. And then you turn, and it's like a mini lotus. And you can see the babies getting really involved in what you're doing. Yeah, really. And you can make it more fun by putting it a little rhythm. You can combine the baby yoga with massage, and in fact with very young babies, it's always a good idea to massage. So if your babies are naked, you can integrate the massage and the yoga. If they are dressed, you can do a dry massage and also do hands and feet. As the babies get more supple, you can bring the feet to the shoulders. So sometimes babies let you do that and sometimes not. So you take them as far as is comfortable. Then you bring the knees together